Welcome to Holy Week. Our appointed text for the Monday of Holy Week is from John chapter 12, the story of Mary anointing the feet of Jesus. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, the home of Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. There they gave a dinner for him. Martha served, and Lazarus was one of those at table with him. Mary took a pound of costly perfume made of pure nard, anointed Jesus' feet, and wiped them with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But Judas Iscariot, one of his disciples, the one who was about to betray him, said, "Why was this perfume not sold for 300 denarii and the money given to the poor?" He said this not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. He kept the common purse and used to steal from it. Jesus said, "Leave her alone. She bought it so that she might keep it for the day of my burial. You always have the poor with you, but you do not always have me." Holy Week is a time unto itself. For Jesus, it was the fulfillment of his life and his ministry, and for his followers, it became the core of the gospel message, the cross and the resurrection of Jesus. Our gospel reading calls us not to miss the moment that matters. You know, often when we are young, we think that we're going to be here forever. We have all the time in the world. And therefore, every missed opportunity is something that we can recover later. There will always be another day, another week, another month, another chance to make it up. But as we get older, we begin to realize that some moments matter. Some opportunities do not always come by and repeat themselves, and either we seize that moment or we miss it. Either we are present or we are not. In Holy Week, we are present to the God who is present to us, and that makes this a defining time. This is a week in which some people embrace Jesus with great devotion. Other people miss him altogether because their interests and their passions are somewhere else. In this week, time is drawing to a close, and our opportunities to love and to serve Christ are precious. You know, Holy Week is a good time for us to take stock and to ask ourselves, what does my faith mean to me? How am I using the time that God has given? What about the opportunities that the Lord has blessed me with? Am I listening as he speaks? In today's gospel, we have this familiar story of Mary anointing Jesus' feet with precious nard. Now, nard was expensive. It was an essential oil that was very fragrant. It was used for the preparation of bodies for burial. In other words, Mary's gift is not only a gift of love and adoration, it is also a gift of recognition. She knows the time is short. John records this moment as Mary pours oil all over Jesus' feet and wipes them with her hair. Mary has not missed the moment to attend to Jesus, and her gesture of profound love is not missed by Jesus. Now, in contrast to all of this, we have the figure of Judas Iscariot, who watches Mary's devotion with a very critical eye. He criticizes the extravagance of her devotion. He criticizes her generosity, because he fails to see the moment for what it is. We are told that Judas was not concerned for the well-being of the poor. He was concerned for the money available to steal. His concern for money and the well-being of himself causes him to miss the moment of opportunity. Not only does he miss loving Jesus, he misses the shortness of time. Jesus and Judas share one critical thing. By the end of this week, both of them will be dead. But the death that they suffer will be very different. You see, Judas misses the moment that Mary embraces. And I think that is one of the key lessons of the Holy Week. For her, Jesus matters so much that cost is no object. And for Jesus, we matter so much that cost is no object. The fragrance of Mary's anointing fills the entire room. Her gesture is a witness to everyone and to Christ. Mary's love is not lost on Jesus, and Jesus' love is not lost on Mary. Judas, in contrast, is a tragic figure because in his misplaced devotion, he misses the moment and the treasure he might have had. I once had a businessman tell me that he never wanted to be in the restaurant business. When I asked him why, he said, because every day that you cannot open is a day that you will never get back. A meal that is served on Tuesday can never make up for a meal that is missed on Monday. And I never thought about it that way. As we enter Holy Week, how many meals have we missed sharing with Jesus? And how much devotion have we left on the table? How many moments have we embraced? And how many moments have we missed? Mary senses Jesus in the moment. He's there for her. That's her witness. This Holy Week, Jesus comes to us again, and in the days ahead, may the Lord be our focus, our faith, and our hope. And in him, may our hearts be found. Thanks be to God. Amen.